like how I said that I'm unmuting us, even though the intro is still going, and Frank decides that's the perfect time to talk. Jesus, man.
I'm here for the chaos. You know?
Yes, clearly. It's the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
He just wants to watch the world burn. That's all.
With the Stugats of the show.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Stugats. All right, you ready for the music? You ready to dance?
Let's give us some music.
Time to drop the beat. Oh, Lordy, welcome to the live stream. There it is. We're getting the feedback again from Frank. Good God. All right, so if you hear that throughout the program, that is Frank buying a new cheap microphone and then wondering why it doesn't work.
But it's the #1 rated microphone in China.
It's the #1 rated on Walmart that's on sale.
No, Temu.
Oh, lots of fun things, though, lined up here for this evening. We're going to kind of change things up a little bit. Rather than just things you didn't know, it's going to be fact or fiction. So I've been trying to think of ways that I can get Alan and Frank a little bit more involved rather than just me. Because this is the same thing that Shim and I ran into when we were doing like Rockstar 101 or History of Rock and stuff like that, is it really just kind of became me reading to him. And I want more engagement.
Because we want to have everything.
We want to have conversations. So essentially what I'm going to do is it's still going to be kind of 5 facts about a particular topic, but I'm going to present a statement and then the guys are going to have to guess whether or not that's a fact or fiction. And then we'll go from there. And the things that we're covering today are My Cousin Vinny, The Godfather, Resident Evil, Final Destination, V for Vendetta, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Ride, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, and Wild Things. And then, of course, we're also going to get into a movie draft that is the movie draft that we have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Oldman. We are doing Gary Oldman movie draft tonight.
Whatever. All my picks are going to get picked anyway.
Yeah, they probably will.
When you
But
said that,
before
I
we-
thought about the little black kid from the series in the 80s.
Huh?
Gary, what's his face? The little
Gary, damn it, now I can't remember his name.
Oh, Gary Coleman?
Gary Coleman.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Good Lord. Yeah, we got to get Frank a new microphone. That thing sounds muffled right there, too. Good Lord.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Did you do any troubleshooting before we wanted to start the show?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to get into some, go to the old YouTube channel, and we're checking out some of the polls that we have up there. You can check these out. I post them up there daily. And then you guys can vote on them, check them out. We cover them every single live stream. I give points based on whether Alan or Frank get whichever wins the poll correct.
Awesome.
That is really fucking annoying.
What? The
He's
feedback?
been waiting. He's been waiting to do that.
I can tell. And the sad thing is, I don't think he understands the sheer amount of work I put into this to not want to be fucked with right now. Not worth it. But yeah, so you can check these out. Also, we're having some people that weren't able to find how to become a member of the channel. So if you see all the videos that I pull out, like these Did You Know videos and things like that, there's a link directly at the top of all of the descriptions of those videos to become a member of the channel. Now, the goal is there's 2 different tiers right now. There's the Memberlorian, which is $4.99 a month, and that you get a t-shirt with one of these designs on them. And then you also have the, you get a sticker pack, or there's the simple channel supporter, which is 99 cents. And I'm thinking about making that movie club. Because one thing that I want to start doing is every week, I'm going to recommend a movie. Holy shit, that's so fucking annoying. I'm getting the feedback from Frank's microphone. It's completely derailing my train of thought. So for a movie club, so I'm going to recommend a movie every single week. And then one thing that I want to do is I'm going to find a piece of merchandise or something from that movie or about that movie, and then it's going to be a giveaway. And all you have to do is be a member of the movie club, and you're automatically entered. And then as everybody's name's going to go in a list, I'll pull a random number, and then you'll get that stuff shipped to you. And so yeah, so that it's like I already have the first one lined up, and I got to remember to get the picture, but I know exactly what it is that I'm going to send out because the first movie is going to be Tombstone. And I found some pretty cool stuff in regards to that.
Can the second movie be Debbie Does Dallas?
What would you like? Like a pocket pussy? No? All right.
Maybe.
So anyway, I need to have I want to shoot for 20 members of the channel, and it's just 99 cents a month. And if we can get to that, then I'll send you guys some sticker packs, and we can start the movie club and kind of get the ball rolling there. So if you can get your friends, join it. You're automatically entered. If you win, I'll message you. You give me your address, I send you the prize. And the first one for Tombstone's really stinking cool, by the way. So I'm just saying. But anyway, let's get to
an actual tombstone.
It is an actual tombstone. But yeah, so
Tombstone pizza.
that you know what? That's a good goddamn idea.
Mm.
Hey, there's Javi, which reminds me, I still got to send Javi his goddamn sticker pack, man. He was a member of the channel. So anyway, let me see here. We got some YouTube polls that we need to go over. Let me get some music. Something a little happy to make me not upset about Frank's crappy microphone.
I think it's the sound card.
Well, whatever it is, it's really fucking annoying. Because I'll start talking and then I randomly hear the feedback. But anyway, so here we go. First YouTube poll. If you could travel in time for one day, which would you choose? Travel 100 years in the past or travel 100 years in the future? Lan, what do you think won the poll?
I think the future.
Picking the future? All right, Frank, what do you think won the poll?
Okay.
All right, Frank. I think he's playing around with his sound.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
No, he was
Oh,
frozen.
wait, whoop. He's traveling
Is
in
his
time.
internet, I was gonna say, is his internet crapping out on him? Are you there, Frank?
Oh God, he has a creepy look on his face.
Yeah, he
now.
does. That's murderous look right there, buddy. Frank.
Oh no.
Oh. That was a little Benny Hill-ish right there.
I touched a button.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you did.
All right, are we back now?
Mhm.
Okay, so we need to do a broadcasting 101 with Frank here, and you troubleshoot
Yeah.
all of this shit before you're on live. So did you hear what the poll was? The question?
No.
All right. If you could travel in time for one day, which would you choose? 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? What do you think won the poll?
Probably the past.
All right. And Alan said future. Big Land gets the point. 64% of people said that they would rather travel to the future.
Can I give my reasoning why I think more people said the future?
Absolutely.
Because for a lot of us, if we went 100 years in the past, we would probably be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there was more than a few people who commented on that. They were like, yeah, I'm not going back 100 years in racism.
But I mean, you might go 100 years in the future and see the same thing.
That's true.
But it's more of at least we know what happened in the past, though, you know?
I could, yeah. I mean, if you're going back to what, 1925, so it's pre-World War II.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you'd be coming up on Prohibition.
Yeah.
So you learn how to make beer.
Yeah, but then that was great if you knew where a speakeasy was.
How to make some
It was all
toilet
sorts of
rum
fun.
or bathtub rum, bathtub gin. All right,
Ooch.
Big Land got the point on that one. Next one, here we go. Which of these is the best 90s teen rom-com? Can't Hardly Wait, American Pie, or 10 Things I Hate About You? Frank, which one do you think won that poll?
I'm gonna go with American Pie, but feeling 10 things about you.
All right, he's going American Pie. Land?
I'm going American Pie because that's the only one I watched, so I don't know how good the other ones are.
Yeah, pretty significantly too. 63% of people voted for American Pie, 30% voted for 10 Things I Hate About You, and just 7% for Can't Hardly Wait. All right, next up. Which 90s sitcom would you rather live in? The four options: Friends, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Seinfeld, or Full House? Lan, what do you think won the poll?
Fresh Prince.
All right, Frank?
That or Full House? I'll go with Full House.
Lan with the point, running away with this, man. Yeah, 42% of people said The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Friends came in second, then Seinfeld. Full House coming in last.
Wow.
Nobody want to live with Uncle Joey?
Apparently not.
I mean,
Or in that cool basement with where they converted that to a studio, didn't they?
yeah. Mhm.
Uncle Jesse had to do his music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Uncle Jesse lived in the attic, right, with the twins.
Beach Boys. No, Joey lived in the attic. Jesse lived in the basement, I think.
I could have
don't
sworn
know.
that at one point it was Jesse, Becky, and the twins living in the attic.
I don't know.
Swear
They
to
might have moved it around from time to time.
Can I say why I would want to live in The Fresh Prince?
Hell yeah! Is it the sister?
Because of Hillary and
Yeah.
Ashley.
All right, next YouTube poll. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be? Playing an instrument, speaking another language, cooking like a pro, or extreme sports? Frank.
I do extreme sports every day, so it would probably be the language.
All right, it's going language. Lan, what do you think?
Cooking like a pro.
Because Lan is learning how to make spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti O's.
Spaghetti
You
O's.
forgot- Yeah, you forgot that.
Spaghetti
Chef
O's.
Boyardee is teaching me.
Well, Frank gets the point on that one. Speaking another language, 46% of people voted for that. You have playing an instrument at 29%, cooking like a pro 16, and then extreme sports coming in last at this 9%.
That's how you get the women, is by cooking.
Or that's how you get the foreign women is speaking another language.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
true.
pay 'em.
Yes.
All right, next up. What is the best weird food combination? French fries in a milkshake, peanut butter and pickles, popcorn with hot sauce, or chocolate covered bacon? Frank, what do you think won that poll?
I've only ever done the fries and the milkshakes. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. And Lan?
Wait, you're asking what the
What do you think won the
weirdest
what do you
one,
think won the poll? No, what is the best weird food combo? What do you think people think is the best one?
Oh, got it. Okay. Chocolate covered bacon.
Frank ties it up at 3. Fuck, that is annoying. There's got to be another microphone or something, man. This is bad.
Hey, Tony Movie is
Picking up your
asking a
volume
question
to the
from
sound
chat.
card.
It's we got to figure something because I can't get into this other stuff with this, man. It's too much. Frank got the point though. It's French fries and milkshake, 56%. But yeah, we might need to just like completely unplug and just resort to the old microphone and stuff for now because this is too much.
Did you have any nuts?
Tony's asking if I do like Caddyshack too. Yeah, that was the one that was always on.
They had the greatest burrito ever.
They did.
The
They
Dan
did.
Aykroyd
Oh,
thing.
the peppers on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh. And
Who
actually,
has a Fiesta burrito with chili and eggs?
the one thing that really got me on that one was what they turned the golf course into. And the fact
Yes.
that one of the greens was legitimately an ice hockey rink.
Yep.
And Randy Quaid hip checks the guy into the wall.
And the fact that before they took before they teed off or whatever on that hole, he's just sitting there among the fake people in the crowd,
Yeah.
and he just comes out of nowhere.
Oh, it's when the guy putts it. The guy's putting and he steals
Yeah,
it
yeah,
and
they
he
were putting,
scores.
that's right, yeah.
And then the fans come up and they're like, woo! And they're cheering and shit.
I mean,
Alan and
definitely
I-
not as good as the first one, but it's great.
No, yeah. The first one is golden, but we're trying to buy Frank some time here so we can figure out his microphone.
Is there feedback now?
Microphone check 1 2. Well, not right
Nothing now.
Not right this. So what did you change?
I switched the headphones from the headphones to the earphones.
Headphones to the earphones?
Yeah, it seemed to help a little bit, but who knows?
Aren't headphones and earphones the same thing?
That's what I would think, but they had 2 spots for it.
I wonder if it is if
Headphones are the ones that go in the ear. Headphones are the ones that go over.
actually the ones that go in your ear are called earbuds.
Yeah,
Whatever.
earbuds or inner ear monitors.
Jesus Christ, Frank.
Buddy.
God, what a loser.
Now, your microphone on your headphones turned off?
Yeah.
Tap it.
Yeah, okay.
Tap it again.
No word.
Tap tap taparoo.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. See, I heard it right there. Did you hear that, Lamb?
Yeah, I did.
It's fuck me,
Yep,
dude.
and I heard myself.
I think it's the sound
We're gonna
card.
spend
Let me
20
just
fucking
unplug it.
minutes like troubleshooting something we should have done an hour ago.
I'll just unplug it and plug everything manually in here.
Yeah, try that, and then if I need to adjust your volume, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we got to buy time here because I can't get into the main stuff that we're doing today with this, man. It's too much.
Well,
about another
maybe
poll.
we should talk about the fact that Real Madrid eliminated Manchester City today.
Who's Real Madrid? Who is that?
And the fact that Liverpool dropped points again.
Fuck, I told you, dude. I told you. I called this months ago. It's what's gonna happen. They have a huge fucking lead, and then they just slowly crap the bed at the end of the season, and they're gonna allow somebody to catch. They almost blew that. Remember in 2020 with COVID?
Yeah. Yeah, they almost did.
It's really
Well, who's
funny
right
watching.
below them in the table? Is it Nottingham?
No,
No, Nottingham's third.
They're third.
It's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you lose the league to Chelsea, I think that's automatic relegation to like the 5th league.
Oh, shut up. Let me see here.
And then United's going to get relegated.
Good lord. I can't bring up ESPN on my actual computer because that's when we'll get pinged for fucking copyright.
Really? Even if you just bring it up?
Yeah. Because it's got the features on it and stuff. It automatically feeds that through the HDMI cable to my other computer. And so that's what sets off the copyright. Even if I just have the tab open and I don't even if it's not actively on that tab, it doesn't matter. It reads it as copyright.
That's so dumb.
Let me see here. Yeah, we had Liverpool's Arsenal's second.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Arsenal,
about that.
they got an
Everybody
8 point lead on Arsenal, then Nottingham, then City, then Bournemouth. Chelsea's 6.
Oh, Chelsea's 6. Not bad.
All the way down there at 14 there, huh, Lan?
Hey, at least we're not in a relegation battle.
Yeah, true. I mean, that was what was last year, but that was simply because you guys how many points were taken away last year?
10?
On some total bullshit.
Yeah, and that they still haven't
I want to see if we can see
got
what Frank
City
has.
on.
Frank has behind him. I see an out of time. I like the Back to the Future license
I
plate.
see Cyclops and Sabretooth.
Yeah, and I see a Jurassic Park Ford Exploder.
I see Kang on the upper shelf.
I see E.T. the VHS, and is that Hook?
Where do you see that? I don't. Oh yeah, I see it.
Second shelf. I can't see what the top VHS is though.
I think that's Debbie Does Dallas.
Probably. Oh yeah, and it's all blocked off. The far top one.
Oh, those are the Independence Day aliens, I think. Right, Frank? Oh, you can't hear it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You got the thumbs up.
I have like an all chrome one. You want it? I think I still have it somewhere.
From Independence Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does want it. So at least he can hear us. We're working on that.
You know where I bought it from? The Virgin Superstore in San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah. This was like, fuck, whenever that movie came out.
Is that because you were a virgin?
Ugh. Yes.
I mean, we were 16 at the time, so.
We had my cousins making fun of me because I bought it, and I'm like, this is going to be a fucking collector's item.
We hadn't, and now you're just going to give it to Frank.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we hadn't become the big swingers that we are today.
Swingers!
Oh.
Having all the ladies lining up.
Oh,
There's major feedback. See, this is good content.
Yeah, we'll just riff it, and we'll be able to knock out the stuff. We got some good things. We got My Cousin Vinny coming up. We're going to talk about the Godfather. The Godfather.
Godfather.
Have
Have you watched the second one?
No. I can't
watch.
I can't get through the first one.
Well, you don't have to get through the first one to watch the second one.
Well, maybe I don't want to.
The great thing about the second one is that it's like the origin story of Vito Corleone. And that's where Robert De Niro comes in.
All right. So you're saying if I can start with the second one,
I love the second one. I think the second one is better than the first one.
It will only make me slightly want to blow my brains out.
Well, watch the third one.
Okay.
I've only watched.
You know what?
Once.
I've honestly thought about that. I'm gonna go watch all 3 of them, and then for some strange goddamn reason, I'm gonna be like, dude, the third one's great, dude. What are you guys talking about?
You're like, what was his name? Andy Garcia. You're like, he was the best.
Dude, that guy's awesome. It was the prequel to. It was the prequel to Ocean's 11. What?
Watch the second one.
I think
Do
I will.
me a favor and watch the second one.
Let me look and see if where it's available. Let's go to Just Watch here. Just Watch. Oops. Here we go. Just Watch. The Godfather. Well, we started watching. We wrapped up the OJ documentary, by the way.
That's on Netflix, you said, right?
Yeah. The
I can't remember if
Godfather.
I'm still subscribed to Netflix or not.
Oh, it's on Paramount Plus. Looks like. What about the
Which makes sense.
Godfather Part 2?
Oh, Sonic 3 is on Paramount Plus now too. You can watch Keanu Reeves play Shadow.
Yeah, looks like Godfather movies are on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, they are Paramount movies if I remember correctly.
And then we started the Gabby Petito documentary. She was that girl. She and her fiance were traveling the country doing the van life thing and like blogging about it on YouTube. And then randomly, like her parents couldn't get a hold of her. And so they sent the police to his house, his parents' house in Florida. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's here. And they were like, where's she? He doesn't want to talk to anybody. And they're like, what? And they're like, wait, but that's her van. Oh, yeah. And they're like, we're going to tow it. And they were like, oh, let me move my car. Like, it's crazy stuff, dude.
That's on Netflix too?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that one, that's pretty eye-opening. And then what else am I watching? I started, I think it's called Surviving Black Hawk Down. And it's the guys who went through that actual event, and it's documentary about that. There's something else that I wanted to watch, but I told myself, no, I gotta wait until after I want to finish the Black Hawk Down. So essentially, my wife and I are watching the Gabby one together, and then I'm watching Black Hawk Down by myself. And there's something else that I wanted to watch. I did finish Three Musketeers, by the way.
Three Musketeers
From 1994 or whatever.
Wait, who was in that one?
Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt, Charlie Sheen, Robin.
I don't think I ever watched that one.
It's really good. I really enjoy it. But here's the thing. Rebecca De Mornay's in it. And as a kid, it might have been like 96 or something when that came out. You don't quite grasp how tragic her story is.
What do you mean?
Because essentially what happens is she was married to Kiefer Sutherland's character. I think he was Athos. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. And D'Artagnan. Barely. Are you in front of your microphone?
I have to use my headset one at the moment. I have no microphone.
Oh, well, if you use the headset one, it's fine because it actually sounds pretty good.
All right, well, we'll run with that.
Works for me. Give me some levels here once I tell my Rebecca De Mornay tale. So essentially, they were married, and then I can't remember exactly what it is, but she's like wrongfully accused of something. He blames her. They split. She ends up kind of going the dark path of this mistress/murderess, and then ultimately, she ends up just fucking killing herself by jumping off a cliff. Like, dude. I'm telling you, it's a good one. I love Oliver Platt in that movie. Oliver Platt, we need to do a movie draft with him because that guy's awesome.
Character actor.
All right, that was really quiet. Keep talking there, Frank.
Character actor. Oliver Platt.
Tap your microphone. Tap it.
Tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap.
That's not the microphone that's being picked up.
Oh, is it the camera?
It's probably the camera.
It's the camera, yeah.
Damn it.
This is
I
audio
liked
101.
Rebecca De Mornay in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Doesn't she get naked in that one?
Yeah, she does. But
Yeah.
yeah, she pulls out her boob to breastfeed the other lady's kid.
And you wanted to be the kid.
Well, okay, yes, but that's besides the point. She plays a great crazy woman.
Man, I'm telling you,
movie, though.
as we were gearing up for the Gary Oldman later on today, by the way. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it should be like he plays some of the greatest fucking villains, man. I don't want to give away which ones because then you're gonna steal my fucking picks, but
no, it's okay. I'm the only one who gets their picks stolen. True. And I just realized I'm still subscribed to Netflix. I thought I canceled it, but
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
there you go.
So
Tap the microphone on your headphones. No, on your
it's
headphones.
no, it's not the headphones. I plugged this one back in. I took the earphones out of the sound card and plugged that into my computer, and now it's no longer picking up your noise through my sound card.
You mean the
sent through my
soundboard?
Board, whatever. You know, this thingy that does this.
That sounds a lot better.
Cool.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The last 27 minutes was worth that. That was totally fucking worth that, dude. Oh man, that was good. Well played, Frank.
You're
well played.
welcome.
All right, hold on. We need to give Frank a
Point for that one? See, this was all his plan. That was all his plan.
I can do that too.
So okay, real quick on your soundboard, did it come with the sound effects loaded, or did you have to download them and put them in?
No, there's already some in here. There's a good half. There's a good 18 that were already in here. I don't have fart sounds. Alan told me I should do the
Yeah,
fart noise.
What else do I have in here?
I got.
I can't. What is it saying?
It says
Oh yeah, it cuts out.
I ate a gummy.
Yeah, Spano.
I ate a gummy.
All right, here we go. Let's get this ball rolling here. We got this. We're pushing forward. All right, next YouTube poll, ladies and gentlemen. Which futuristic invention would you want today? The four options are flying cars, teleportation, robot butlers, or a time machine. Lan, what do you think won the poll?
Teleporters.
Saying teleportation. All right, what about you, Frank?
time machines.
And ladies and gentlemen, you both get the point. Because those are tied.
It was a tie?
Yeah, they're tied. 43% each for teleportation and a time machine. And some dude put in here, I wanted to comment on this. There's one thing I want to start doing is I want to talk about some of the comments. I'm getting a lot of comments on these polls. I just have to find the time to go through it. But one person says, teleportation is like fast travel. You can only get to places you've been before. You don't make the rules, bitch. Teleportation wherever you want to go, man.
Do your own show, then you can make your own.
Yeah, but do your own poll,
rules.
dick.
Or make the teleporter, and then you can make the rules.
There you go. Even better. All right,
Aren't
final
they
YouTube.
getting close to doing that?
Are they?
I thought I saw they're going to test like the quantum level of actually teleporting people in the next 10 years.
What kind of weird rabbit hole
Anybody-
does Frank fall down in the internet?
Anybody want to put their hand up and do that one first?
Fuck no,
I
dude.
think the guy who commented also was following the rules of like Dragon Ball Z or something.
Oh, that's great for him. But whatever.
Instant transmission, you know, you have to know where you're going before you.
Well, that's like we started this movie on this past weekend. My family and I. It's called About Time. It's got Donald Gleason and Rachel McAdams and Margot Robbie in it. And the whole
Robbie.
premise is his character can actually travel back in time. But the rule is he can only go back to places that he has been. So if he just puts himself in a dark room and like clenches his fist and thinks really hard, he can go back to that moment and then it will immediately, like he can kind of redo what happened or whatever. It was a decent movie, but we didn't get through it because my wife had to take the goddamn dog to the vet because the stupid dog ate a bunch of fucking chocolate because it was Valentine's Day. That's how we finished
Who
our...
gave it?
Oh, and holy shit. I don't know how I didn't start with this. We had an earthquake, dude.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, out of nowhere, we were sitting there. So my wife was already back with the dog. She was letting the other dog out. So she was downstairs. I was upstairs in our bed with the bigger dog, the one that had eaten all the fucking chocolate. She's fine, by the way. and our daughter was already in her bed, and all of a sudden it just feels like it's shaking. And I thought the other dog was like below the bed fucking around. No. And like maybe 10, 15 seconds later, it stopped. And then my daughter comes out of her room and she was like, what was that? And yeah, we had like a 4.9 earthquake. It hit just to the east of us.
Goddamn.
Fracking?
No, I think there's an actual fault line there.
Okay.
But yeah, so that thing hit. All right, final YouTube poll. Here we go. Which children's program did you grow up on? Now, 2 questions here for you guys. The first one being, what do you think won the poll? And then, which one did you actually grow up on? The 4 options I put there are Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Sesame Street, Captain Kangaroo, and The Electric Company. Frank, what do you think won the poll?
I think it's going to be Sesame Street, and that's what I grew up on.
He's going Sesame Street. All right, Lan, what about you, my man?
Just to be different though, but I watched both equally, Sesame Street and Thingamajigger. So I'm going to say that people also grew up with Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Frank gets the point. 52% of people voted for Sesame Street, 36 for Mr. Rogers, and then the lowly Captain Kangaroo and Electric Company coming in, not even getting double digits on either of those. I grew up mostly, I think, on Sesame Street. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood never really
Linked with you?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
I like the creepy puppets.
Yeah, see, those
Yeah.
scared the
What I
shit.
kept on watching.
Those, like, I'm like, dude,
I love
how is that one's an alcoholic? Like, it's got the red nose and the red cheeks.
Maybe it's just cold there.
Yeah,
And
it could be. It never.
What was the name of the?
Imagination Land, or whatever that was.
Yeah.
Fantasy Land.
That was a hard pass on that one, man. All
I
right.
loved it when Mr. Rogers sang.
Won't you be?
Just a beautiful
neighbor.
day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And he was
Would you be
a
mine?
great guy.
No, he was a
That should be
fantastic guy. I just didn't like his show.
He
That's
didn't
what-
like your show.
I did. Yeah, that's fine. He probably had people that knew how to work microphones.
Not this guy.
God, it does. It's starting to sound muffled again.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. You guys ready to start learning some things?
No, my
Sure.
brain's already full.
All right, it's time for some things that you did not know. Or actually, as we're kind of rephrasing this, fact or fiction about my cousin Vinny. So here's how this is going to work. Normally, I would just kind of read a fact, and then you guys go, uh-huh. And then I go to another fact, and you guys go, uh-huh. But now, I'm going to present a statement, and then you guys have to guess whether or not it's a fact or it's fiction about my cousin Vinny. But first, we're going to learn that it was released on March 13th, 1992. The budget was $11 million, and it made $64.1 million at the box office. Now, fact or fiction? Joe Pesci's character, Vinny Gambini, was based on a real-life lawyer who had never won a case before. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Lan saying fact. Frank, fact or fiction?
Yes.
Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Jesus Christ. Nah, that's complete fiction, man. Vinny Gambini, he was not based on a real lawyer, though his fish out of water story was inspired by many inexperienced lawyers' early struggles. Screenwriter Dale Launer got the idea after meeting a law student who passed the bar after multiple tries, which made him wonder what their first case might be like. All right, no points so far on this one. Next one, fact or fiction? Marissa Tomei's Oscar win for Best Supporting Actress was rumored to be a mistake. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go fake only because I'm kind of crossing the streams with MTV.
All right, not an option, so he's saying fiction. Lan, fact or fiction?
Wait, are we saying it's fact or fiction about the rumor?
Yeah, was there a rumor that
Yeah,
it was a
fact,
mistake?
Fact.
And Frank, you said fiction?
Yeah.
Lan gets the point, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was a fact. There was a long-standing Hollywood rumor that Tomei's Oscar win was an accident, and that do you guys remember who presented it to her?
Was it what's his face that played Dick Tracy, Warren Beatty, because
No.
he screwed it up that one time.
No, Jack Palance. They thought that
Jack
he read the
Palance.
wrong name. However, that is completely false. The Academy has confirmed that she won fair and square. Now, her performance as Mona Lisa Vito was so loved by critics that she beat out several more seasoned actresses.
My great uncle actually hung out a little bit with Jack Palance back in the 60s.
Believe it or not.
I only really remember Jack Palance from City Slickers.
You are my number one. Who's
What
in
else?
Batman?
Yes,
Oh,
he
that's
was in
right.
Batman.
Yeah,
He was.
I always forget about that. He was the
Batman, believe it or
boss.
not.
All right. Next up, fact or fiction, boys. The courtroom scenes in My Cousin Vinny are so accurate that the movie is often used in law schools. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Yeah, I've heard that one. That was a fact, I believe.
And you both get the point. Yes, many law professors and legal experts praise My Cousin Vinny for its realistic portrayal of courtroom procedure, cross-examination techniques, and rules of evidence. Some even use clips from the movie in law school classes as examples of good trial work. That's kind of like you think about movies that have sort of real-world applications. Like I know one of the things that
Jurassic Park.
What's that?
Yeah, the AR-15 reload that Val Kilmer does.
Yeah, like they use that to train. And what did you say, Frank?
Jurassic Park. Hey, do you know Ralph Macchio's only 40 years old in that photo?
And he still looks the same, man. He still looks the same.
He's
I think he was like, did you ever see him when he showed how old he was when he was 18? He looked like he was 12 when he went on Letterman in like the 90s and he was 30 and he only looked like he was 21. And now he's 60 and he looks like he's 40.
He's older than Mr. Miyagi was during the original Karate.
Yeah.
And he
That's
still
crazy.
looks like the original Karate Kid. All right, here we go. Fact or
Daniel
fiction?
LaRusso.
Joe Pesci had to learn to drive stick shift just for the scene where Vinny and Lisa argue in the car. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm going to go fact because I don't know how to drive stick. So.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Losers. I'll say fiction.
Lan gets the point, ladies and gentlemen. That is fiction. Pesci didn't need to learn stick shift for the movie, but Marissa Tomei actually knew a lot about cars, which helped her deliver the famous Positraction line, or the testimony there, with confidence.
Why is it traction?
Tomei's character's knowledge of cars was added specifically to give her a winning argument and subvert expectations about her being just Vinny's girlfriend. I still
Look, give me my Oscar. Positraction Oscar.
All right, final one. Fact or fiction?
Wouldn't mind pausing her action. What?
Fact or fiction? Joe Pesci released a rap album called Vincent LaGuardia Gambini Sings Just For You after the movie's success. Frank, fact or fiction?
That's true. That's so sad, but it's true.
Lan?
I think that the title was something different, so I'm gonna go fiction.
Frank gets the point. That was the title. Yeah,
The only reason I
1998,
remember that-
baby.
The only reason I remember that is because Dan Lebitard and them discovered that and started playing some of the tracks on the show.
1990
Yeah, he did a Goodfellas song.
1998, Joe Pesci released a comedy rap album under his character's name, Vincent LaGuardia Gambini. The album mixed humor and music, and one track, Wise Guy, was a parody rap song based on his gangster roles. It's considered a bizarre piece of pop culture history, and Pesci's rapping career was very short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we love Joe Pesci.
Stranger album, this one or Bruce Willis's?
I'd probably go with this one.
This one.
Because it's a
At
rap
least
album,
Bruce, yeah, at least Bruce
Yeah.
stuck to the blues, and you know it kind of works for white guys trying to take things from black people.
Steven Seagal.
Oh, good Lord. All right. And... Oh, God. All right, fact or fiction about the most boring movie of all time, The Godfather. It's people's
Boo
heads
this
just
man.
exploded right now. What are you talking
Yeah, they
about? It's the
did.
greatest movie ever made.
You're going into the hate guys.
Oh, whatever, dude. Blow it out your ass. Well, it was released March 14th, 1972 at Lowe's State Theater, and then the full release was on March 24th, 1972. The budget was around $6 to $7 million, and it made over $250 million at the box office. How? I don't know. But here's how we're doing this.
Awesome.
I'm going to say fact or fiction, and then Frank and Lan have to say whether or not the statement is a fact or if it's fiction. Fact or fiction, The Godfather's a good movie.
Yeah, fact.
Fact.
No, I'm sorry, that is fiction. No, I'm kidding. First one, fact or fiction. The studio wanted a fast-paced, action-packed gangster film, but the director fought to make it slow and artful. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I could.
They knew what they were getting into. They read the book.
I'll just go fact, but because the studio does like to look at a book and then go, we're gonna do it our way. So I'll go fact.
Frank gets the point. Yeah, Paramount Pictures. Lan and I were just trying to figure out where this is available. It's on Paramount Plus.
Hey,
Paramount Pictures wanted a quick, cheap crime movie, but director Francis Ford Coppola insisted on making it long, slow, and artistic. He fought to stretch the runtime, linger on conversations about olive oil, and ensure every scene felt like you were waiting at the DMV with no phone service.
This is why Goat hates it.
No, there may be some added commentary.
Yeah. You said olive oil. I thought about Popeye.
Next up, fact or fiction. The cat in the opening scene was a trained animal brought in specifically for Marlon Brando. Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Lan?
Fact, I guess.
Frank gets the point. It is fiction. That famous cat Brando is petting was a random stray that wandered onto the set. Coppola thought it was cute, and he just kind of shoved it in Brando's lap. The cat purred so loudly that they had to redo the audio because even the cat was so bored during the dialogue.
Oh, okay, we get it. You hate the movie.
God, I still got three more. Here we go. Fact or fiction? Marlon Brando stuffed tissues in his mouth to look more intimidating. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Yeah, it's true.
That is not true. It was
wait, that was
It was dental
what's his
stuff, wasn't it?
No, but what's his face? Chris Hemsworth did it for Fat Thor.
Yeah, no. Brando
That's
actually
right.
stuffed his cheeks with cotton balls during his audition, but for the actual movie, he wore a custom mouthpiece to look like a bulldog with dental problems. He mumbled so much that the crew often had no idea what he was saying, which is exactly how you feel 2 hours into the movie when you've given up trying to care about who's betraying who.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh.
How many Oscars does the movie win?
Next up, too many. Next up, fact or fiction? The horse head in the bed scene was a realistic prop created by Hollywood's top special effects team. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I want to say fact, but that head looked really small when you
Also, it was
rewatch
a
it,
real
like
horse.
in comparison. Yeah.
Fact or fiction?
I said fact.
Oh, okay. It's fiction.
It was fiction.
It was a real horse head. And they got it from They got it from a dog food factory. The actor's
I
scream
heard that before. What?
was real because he didn't know it would be an actual horse head until the cameras rolled. Which, frankly, is the only time I was awake during this movie. I had AI write these jokes, by the way. I legitimately put in there when I was like, give me the facts and like help write this stuff. And I was like, and just put in really bad jokes about how boring The Godfather is. And we still got one more, ladies and gentlemen. Fact or fiction? The movie was originally going to star Jack Nicholson as Michael Corleone. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go with fact because in this case, is they they link every big actor at that time to it. So I'm gonna go fact.
All right, Land, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go fact also.
Oh. Point for both of you.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was offered the role of Michael, but turned it down because he thought an Italian actor should play the part. Al Pacino was basically unknown, and the studio hated him at first, thinking he was exciting as watching paint dry, which is actually more fun than watching this movie. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Ooh, this man.
It added, man, there's so much more just crappy AI stuff in here that I'm not including, so be grateful I cut out most of it.
You should watch the second one. See that Oscar in the background? That's because they knew they were going to win 20. They already gave him one before the movie came out.
Okay. Actually, Lane and I were just talking about that. Lane just said, go try, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch the second one. It's on Paramount
No,
Plus.
you know what? I changed my mind. Don't watch any of it. Just move on to a different movie. God.
All right.
You have my blessing.
Thank
you.
Like
you.
Have my
rub
blessing.
it in everybody's face that, oh, I hated The Godfather. Nobody cares that you hated The Godfather.
It insists
Yeah.
upon itself.
You have my blessing to watch the second one. Just don't watch the third.
I don't need anybody's blessing. I'm not watching any goddamn thing. You know what movie I'm going to watch?
Debbie Does Dallas?
No. I forgot to go to that picture. There you go. There's your Jack Nicholson picture.
Resident Evil.
Fuck yeah, dude. This is a movie. This is a real movie.
I've never seen it, I'll be honest with you.
It's
I
actually,
watched it once.
it's,
bad.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
It's a good action movie.
It's better than The Godfather.
No.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's perfect music for me to kick off for Resident Evil.
Game show.
Yeah.
Come on down, Resident Evil.
All right, so we're doing fact or fiction here on Resident Evil. The way this works is I'm going to give a statement, and then the guys here have to guess whether or not that statement is true or false, or fact or fiction. The movie, released on March 15th, 2002, the budget was $33 million, and it made $103 million at the box office. Now, first up, fact or fiction. Mila Jovovich's character, Alice, is from the original Resident Evil video game series. Frank, fact or fiction?
As in, like, voiceover or the character?
Her character, Alice, is from the original Resident Evil video game series. Fact or fiction?
No. False.
Saying fiction. Land?
Minus.
It's fiction. It's for sure fiction.
That's I went to Frank on that one because Land knows the answer, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's fiction. Alice is an entirely original character created for the movie and does not appear in any of the games. Director Paul W.S. Anderson chose not to directly adapt the game's plot or use its main characters, like Jill Valentine or Chris Redfield, because he wanted a fresh perspective for both gamers and newcomers to the franchise.
Yeah.
She's a badass in these movies, by the way. Although I think this
Never
is...
seen him.
I think I've seen the second one. The rest of the franchise, I don't think I've seen.
Haven't seen any of them.
All right. Well, fact or fiction, George A. Romero, the legendary zombie movie director, was originally hired to write and direct Resident Evil. Land, fact or fiction?
You talking about the game or the movie?
The movie.
Fiction.
Saying fiction? Frank?
Fact.
Yeah, Frank gets the point. George A. Romero, the creator of Night of the Living Dead, was initially hired to direct the movie. He even wrote a script that closely followed the plot of the first game, focusing on Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine inside the mansion. Capcom and the producers rejected it, feeling it wasn't action-packed enough, see The Godfather, leading to Paul W.S. Anderson taking over. I got to interview him. He was really cool, man.
Paul W.S. Anderson?
No, George Romero.
Oh.
Did he tell you how great Godfather was?
He told me how terrible it was, and he wished there were zombies in it. Just saying.
I wish there were zombies in everything.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Next up, fact or fiction. The movie's zombie dogs were created using only CGI effects. Land. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
He says fiction. Frank?
Yeah, I'm going to fiction.
Yeah, you both get the point, man. The zombie dogs were real Dobermans, and they were covered with practical makeup effects like fake blood and latex wounds. And the problem they kept running into is the dogs would lick off the fake blood because it was sweet tasting, which of course frustrated the makeup team during filming because they had to constantly go patch them up.
Corn syrup.
By the way, I watched this movie on shrooms. I'm not here to condone drug use, but it was fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
Like so the opening scene, it's like zooming in and it's on a guy who's using like the mechanical arms to control test tubes and stuff so he can stash them in a briefcase. And I legitimately like no, it didn't throw up, but we rewound it and rewatched that scene. It was so freaking amazing. All right, next up, Fact or Fiction. Capcom, the video game company behind Resident Evil, hated the final movie and refused to be involved with any of the sequels. Frank, fact or fiction?
Going fact on that one.
He's going fact. Lan, fact or fiction?
I think I'm going fiction. I don't think Capcom's bar is set that high.
Lan gets the point. You did say fact on that one, right, Frank?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fiction. While some fans were divided, Capcom actually supported the movie and gave the green light for more films after it became a box office hit. The 2002 movie grossed over $100 million worldwide, and Capcom viewed it as a success despite its differences from the games.
Well, the only previous one they had was Street Fighter, so they only had, one way to go.
Yeah, that bar was set pretty low, right?
Yeah, it was. They had only one place to go.
All right, final one. Fact or fiction, Mila Jovovich performed most of her own stunts in the movie, including the iconic hallway laser scene.
Have you changed your pictures? You're still in the dog.
Good on you, Frank.
I was sitting there and I just realized this dog is still staring at me.
There you go. All right, so fact or fiction, Mila performed her stunts, including the one in the hallway laser scene. Frank, fact or fiction?
Let's go fact. Let's gamble.
He's going fact. Lan?
I think I'm going fact also.
God, you guys are so good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She performed
As good as the Godfather.
She performed most of her own stunts, including fight sequences and action-heavy scenes. She was so dedicated that she accidentally injured a stuntman with a prop gun during filming, leading to on-set safety reviews. Of course, we also know what happened later on, where there was a stunt person on one of the future movies. I think she lost her arm. Yes. But that laser hallway scene, that was heavy reliant on CGI for the slicing effects, obviously, while Jovovich was present and acted through the danger. That scene, man.
Danger zone.
The one guy's sitting there and he's like, he's holding himself on the ceiling and then he's ducking around and he's getting ready and all of a sudden it's like the one line, he goes, woof, and it becomes a fucking grid right at him. Yeah. Oh, brutal, buddy. Brutal. That's a good movie, though. I enjoyed it. All right, you guys ready for the next one? Although we have, this was her little nips out there.
A little chilly inside.
She does show her boobies in the film. I'm just saying.
Does she? I don't remember that.
Well, I mean, she's not packing a lot, so.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean,
did she do like the Dragon Hunter movie a couple years ago or something?
Did she?
The Monster Hunter.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
It was with her and Tony Jaa. That was a horrible movie.
So you're saying it was? I'll leave that comment right there.
It was what? It
Nothing.
was what?
Nothing.
Better than Debbie Does Dallas?
There you go. All right, here we go.
Meow.
Let's go with some guitars on this
one. Word.
All right, we got a little fact or fiction here with Final Destination. It was released on March 17th. That's a fantastic day, by the way. 2000. The year 2000. The year 2000.
The year 2000.
Oh, I see it cut it off right there at the end. Like we had most of that, but once you went to pitch up. Did you add an echo on that?
I did.
It was pretty good. It cut it a little bit out, but not a lot. So the movie made $112.9 million at the box office on a $23 million budget. Now, gentlemen, fact or fiction, Final Destination was originally written as an episode of The X-Files. Frank, fact or fiction?
That's tough because I could see it being, but What the hell? We'll go fact.
All right, Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yeah, buddy. Actually, I did a video short about this one. The original concept was intended to be an episode of The X-Files. Writer Jeffrey Reddick wrote a spec script in which Agent Mulder investigates a woman who has a premonition about a plane crash. The concept was so strong that they ended up turning it into a feature film instead.
Was that the movie Next with Nicolas Cage?
What?
You didn't see that movie?
No.
Wasn't it Next where like the numbers, he starts getting all the numbers and it tells where people, it gives the latitude and longitude of where the next horrific act is going to be and how many people are going to die.
No, but this
And then
sounds
it's like
amazing.
aliens.
I might need to check that out.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's all right.
Cage in it?
Yeah, it ends up being aliens.
Oh, wait.
All right, next up, fact or fiction. The infamous plane crash scene was made with real airplane wreckage from a decommissioned crash. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
He says fact. Frank, fact or fiction?
Yeah, I'd see that being fact. Hollywood being cheap.
No, it is fiction.
Ooh.
The plane crash scene was created using practical effects and CGI, but no real wreckage from an actual crash was used. Some parts of the plane set were repurposed from older movie sets, including pieces from Airplane.
I was going to say airplane.
It's at this moment when he was asking if anybody on the plane speaks jive.
Is he in first class?
Next up, one of the actors was so creeped out by the set that they refused to fly for years after filming. Fact or fiction, Frank?
Said one of the actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that being superstitious. We'll go fact.
All right.
Was the
Lan?
name John Madden?
I can totally see that happening. So fact.
Yeah, you both get the point.
Yeah.
It was Devon Sawa, actually.
Salah.
Sawa.
Yeah,
See what he looks like these days?
He plays Alex. He admitted that filming the crash scenes made him fearful of flying for several years afterwards. He said the realistic crash sequences and the movie's overall tone messed with his head, causing him to avoid flights whenever possible. And I think I have seen what he looks like now. And he's kind of one of those guys who was like, oh, what happened?
Poor guy.
Oh. Did death miss? Here we go. Fact or fiction? The original ending involved Alex surviving and death giving up. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank?
I'm going to go fiction.
Frank gets the point. Yeah, the original ending was completely different. Alex saved Clear Rivers. Wait, this doesn't make any sense.
What?
I win.
So it's not fiction, it's a fact. Yeah, because it
Oh,
says
by
here
the
the
way-
original ending was completely different, where Alex and Clear Rivers, who was played by Ali Larder, they end up having a child together. It was meant to represent new life overcoming death, but test audiences hated it, so the ending was reshot to make it darker and more in line with the film's tone. All right, Lane, you're getting 2 points, so you can jump up there.
Allie
And,
Larder.
And that Nicolas Cage movie was not Next. It was actually Knowing. Same premises, but it's aliens and Knowing instead of...
It's knowing aliens. All right, final one. Fact or fiction? Tony Todd's mortician character was added as a supernatural figure who might actually be death. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank?
Tony Todd is always deaf. Wait, I didn't mean to say that. He's just
Got-
very intimidating.
Did Scott Bakula quantum leap into him and have to act deaf?
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, you both get the point. Tony Todd's character, Bloodworth, was deliberately mysterious, and the filmmakers hinted he might represent death. However, it's not explicitly confirmed in the movie or by the creators. Todd loved the ambiguity and believed it made the
Candyman.
character more unsettling. Just
Yeah,
like
he's
I
the
didn't mean what it
Candyman.
said. It's just that he always plays creepy people. That's all.
Isn't
Yeah,
he dead,
yeah.
by the way?
Tony Todd?
I think he died recently, like in the last month.
Yeah.
Are you
why I
killing
said that.
people
That's
off
why I
here?
was- That's why I was apologizing.
Well, it was aliens.
Yeah, he passed away November 6th.
Okay, a few months ago.
Yeah, I mean, you're. I would say that you're within the time frame.
I gave him a few extra months there.
It's all right. It's almost March.
Okay, can I say something about this before you get into it?
Vagina for Vendetta.
movie?
About the Guy Fawkes?
Why don't we want to wait until we're already talking about it?
I don't know. It's just, I mean, he's one of my great uncles. His sister is my 14th time great grandmother. So, yeah,
I was gonna
I'm
say
related
Frank's
to that
probably
guy.
gonna say that he was related to him.
I am. I got proof right here that his sister was my great grandma.
All right, I'm just gonna have to make sure
Showing a
that
phone?
don't start
it's on
this
there.
clip where the music starts. Go back to where Frank's talking about how he's related to Guy Fawkes. But
Look, I'm related to Guy Fawkes too.
we're talking about V for Vendetta. Lan, did you ever read the comics?
Might be.
No, I did not.
Pretty good, different, and we're gonna find out about that here. But yeah, V for Vendetta was released March 17th, 2006. Again, March 17th. Fantastic date on the calendar.
I don't know why. That thing sucks.
The budget was around $50 million, and it made $134.7 million at the box office. Now, we're going to go fact or fiction here, where basically I give a statement, and the guys have to guess whether or not that statement is fact or fiction. Number one. In the graphic novel, V is a clear hero fighting for freedom, just like in the movie. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank?
I'm gonna go fiction because I don't know about the comics. I didn't even know it was a comic, but cool.
Yeah, it's fiction. You said fiction, right, Frank?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, then you both get a point. Yeah, so in the graphic novel by Alan Moore and David Lloyd, V is portrayed as more of an anarchist and morally gray figure. He uses terrorism, psychological torture, and kidnaps Evie, putting her through horrific experiences to free her mind. They kind of do that in the movie. The movie softened V's actions to make him more of a straightforward revolutionary hero. Frank, did you want to talk one more time about how you related to Guy Fawkes?
I was gonna say that hacker group Anonymous now wears wears the mask as if they're fighting a good fight.
Oh, maybe we have a fact or fiction on that coming up. Next up, fact or fiction, the Wachowskis wrote the screenplay for the movie and Alan Moore loved the adaptation. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'll go fact. I think I remember hearing something about that.
All right. Lan?
I'm gonna go fiction.
Lan gets the point. That is fiction. So the Wachowskis did write the screenplay. Alan Moore hated it.
There you go.
He distanced himself from it completely, criticizing how it simplified his anarchist themes into a more basic anti-fascist story.
And then he went to go try to sleep with more women.
There you go.
That's what Alan Moore does.
Next up, fact or fiction, in the graphic novel, Evie is a strong, confident woman from the start, just like Natalie Portman's character in the movie. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I have no clue, so I'll go with fact.
Lan gets the point. That is fiction. Evie in the graphic novel is very different. She's a vulnerable teenager. She's crazy young, too. She's like 13 or something like that, who's forced into prostitution to survive. The film aged her up and made her more independent, giving her a more empowered arc.
Hey, don't you prostitute shame here. They're strong women.
Okay. All right, here we go. Fact or fiction? The Guy Fawkes mask became a symbol for online activism thanks to the movie. Frank, fact or fiction?
That's fact.
Lan?
Fact.
Yeah. The Guy Fawkes mask became a global symbol after the movie's release, especially when the hacker group Anonymous adopted it.
You might want to change your photo. You still got the
I think I got it right. There we go. It's now used in protests worldwide representing anti-establishment resistance. Vive la resistance! All right, final one. The movie's Remember, the 5th of November, was invented just for the film. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I think that's fiction. I think they actually have a small little get-together in the actual town. Didn't say that? I don't know.
Frank gets the point. Yeah, that is fiction. The line is real, and it's from a centuries-old English folk poem. It references the gunpowder plot of 1605 when Guy Fawkes and his conspirators attempted to blow up the English Parliament. Remember, remember the 5th of November. Can you guys recite the whole thing?
Nope.
No.
The gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
I bet you can.
Yeah, I may have seen this movie like a bunch of times. This was also one of those movies that I think I stumbled onto it on one of the streaming services that we have. And I ended up like, I was like, oh, I'll watch like 10, 15 minutes and fall asleep. And then like 2 hours later, I watched the whole fucking movie and it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's just because you think Natalie Portman's hot.
Well, yeah.
What?
There you go.
I ate a gummy.
Gummy.
I ate a gummy. And I totally forgot to, here you go. Remember, remember the 5th of November.
Hey!
All right, we're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean,
I like
the
that
ride at Disneyland.
All right.
So I'm going to give fact or fiction here. I'm going to make a statement, and then the guys have to guess whether or not that statement is a fact or if it's fiction. The original ride did open up on March 18th, 1967. First statement. When the ride first opened, some of the skeletons were real human remains. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm I kind of want to go fact on that. It would seem like Disney would not double check and they'd get like their remains from like down the road somewhere. So I'm gonna go fact.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Well, I think because Disneyland was built over an Indian burial ground.
Wow.
That's probably where they got them, right? So I'm gonna go fact. None of that's true.
I mean, it is a fact. The Indian burial ground thing is a bunch of bullshit, but
Yeah.
when Pirates of the Caribbean opened in 1967, some of the skeletons were real human bones. Disney's Imagineers got them from UCLA's medical center, believing
There you go.
fake skeletons at the time didn't look realistic enough. Over the years, most of the real bones have been replaced with props, but rumors persist that at least one skull is part of the ride's decor. Look for the skull on the headboard above the captain's bed. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
And as we learned in Jurassic Park, when this ride opened, they didn't the attraction didn't turn and attack the riders.
Thank you, Jeff
Or
Goldblum.
did it?
Yeah. All right, next up.
Life.
Walt Disney designed the Pirates of the Caribbean ride himself, and it was there for the grand opening. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction, I believe.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Was that one more time?
Walt Disney designed the Pirates of the Caribbean ride himself and was there for its grand opening.
Man, I mean, I could see him being so involved. I'm gonna go fact. He just seemed like he was one of those guys that needed to be involved.
Lan gets the point. Walt Disney was involved in the ride's early development, but he died in 1966.
All right, there you go. Solves that problem.
Just a few months before the ride opened in 1967. It was the last Disneyland attraction Walt personally worked on, but he never got to see the final version. His early vision was for it to be a walk-through wax museum before the Imagineers convinced him to turn it into a boat ride.
Look at the guy's teeth.
I'm sure they took his preserved head through the ride.
Maybe that's the
Right?
maybe that's the one that's up above the bed.
No, remember that one's frozen somewhere.
Yeah.
But look at that guy's head. That's a big head.
And actually, one of the things that he talks about, so remember they used to have like the Disneyland show that would air on ABC back in the day.
ABC.
You can get them on,
Wonderful. Wow,
you
yeah.
know, DVD and stuff now. And there's one, there's one where it's him talking about Pirates of the Caribbean opening, and his whole thing was, in order to get to the for the ride, is you're going down a waterfall, and then the whole premise is when you leave, you're going up a waterfall. Next up, Johnny Depp sometimes dresses up as Captain Jack Sparrow and surprises guests on the ride. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction. I know he surprised like hospital kids and stuff, but
Frank, fact or fiction?
And it's a fact. He actually did go and do that a few times. I saw the videos.
Yeah, I think he's actually only done it twice.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp has made surprise appearances on the ride as Jack Sparrow. That obviously not really him. That's one of the animatronics.
Are we sure?
In 2017, you've seen what he looks like now. That's what happens when you have a jar of cocaine, ladies and gentlemen. In 2017, just before the release of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Depp dressed in full costume and stood among the animatronics, interacting with unsuspecting guests as their boats floated by. Videos of fans realizing it's the real Johnny Depp went viral, and it's become one of the ride's most famous stunts.
Mm-hmm.
That's him on the bottom left, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
That's Jack Scurvy.
Next up, the pirate auction scene where pirates bid on women is exactly the same as it was back in 1967. Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction?
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank.
I was there.
Fiction. The auction was updated in 2018 due to growing concerns about its portrayal of women being auctioned off as brides. Take a
Cancel
wench for a bride.
culture.
And this is the
You
one
dirty bastard.
when you're floating through, the guy who's selling off the women, he goes, "Show him your larboard side," and she turns around and shows her ass. So they don't do that now. The famous "We want the redhead." That was kept, but the redhead character, now known as Red, she was reimagined as a pirate herself, helping auction stolen goods instead of people. The change,
I like that it has winch.
The change sparked some controversy. Obviously, some purists who didn't like the change. They wanted it to stay the same, but it ended up because the same thing happened. There's scenes when it was the pirates were pillaging the town, and you used to have the pirates chasing the women, and now they put stuff in their hands like they're stealing it, and the women are chasing the men trying to get their stuff back. It's the mercado, by the way. All right, here we go.
Take
Last
a
one.
winch.
The Pirates of the Caribbean ride originally ended with a massive sword fight between two animatronic pirate crews. Frank, fact or fiction?
Like the original?
Yes.
Or...
The ride originally ended with a massive sword fight between two animatronic pirate crews.
I'm going to go fiction.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank gets the point. While the ride is filled with chaotic pirate scenes, there was never a climactic sword fight between two battling crews. The original ride's ending is actually more low-key, with guests floating past burning buildings and pirates trying to escape with their treasure. The lack of a big finale surprised some early guests, but Walt Disney's team felt the eerie, smoldering town captured the after the chaos vibe that they wanted. I remember this son of a bitch's foot, dude. It's one of, like, if you ever went to Disney as a kid, there's certain things that always stick out to you. That's one of them. I always remember floating underneath that guy's hairy fucking foot.
In
That's why you
Disneyland, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing in Disney World too, isn't it?
I don't know. I think they're a little different. I think Disney World's is somewhat different than Disneyland's, if I remember right.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
think
that
in Disney World, it's his balls hanging off.
there you go. Couple of nuts right there.
Yep.
I do know there are some slight differences too, because like I know Disney World, the beginning drop isn't as steep because they couldn't go down that far and stuff.
It just
But
goes-
I'll find out here in a couple weeks because we're gonna ride that ride because we'll be in Disney World.
There you go.
Yay!
That's right. I am better than you.
I don't like the Godfather. I'm going to Disneyland.
Disney World, dude.
World.
Who gives a
God.
crap?
Fucking get it
World.
right.
World is
Go
better.
watch your boring movie, man.
God.
Father.
Better than riding kids' rides.
It's not a kid's ride. It's for everybody.
Yeah, you are a kid's ride.
Huh? Canceled.
It's the Godfather. Man, I am picking all the perfect music for a lot of these things today. Fact or fiction about Dawn of the Dead, the remake. I'm going to give a statement, and the guys are going to have to guess whether or not that statement is a fact or if it's fiction. Dawn of the Dead, the remake was released on March 19th, 2004. It made $102.4 million at the box office on a $26 million budget. Statement number one, the director of the original Dawn of the Dead hated the 2004 remake and disowned it. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank?
I'll just go opposite just for fun. I'll say fact because I honestly don't know.
Land gets the point. George A. Romero, director of the 1978 original, was actually supportive of the remake. While he preferred his slower, more satirical version, he acknowledged that the remake had its strengths, particularly its faster pace and modern style. He didn't love the fast zombies, though. He believed slow, creeping dread was scarier, but he respected the remake was its own thing. If you've never seen
That's my thought exactly.
This is a great movie, by the way. A really good remake.
Never saw it.
It's worth it. Check it out. Next up. The baby zombie scene in the remake was almost cut because it was considered too disturbing. Frank, fact or fiction?
I'll go fact because it was disturbing.
Land, fact or
Shoot
fiction?
that baby!
I'll go with fact on that too. That's pretty creepy.
Oh, here you go.
Ah!
Yeah, that's a fact. The scene where a zombified baby is born was almost removed from the film. Some studio executives thought it went too far, but director Zack Snyder and writer James Gunn fought to keep it, believing it pushed boundaries and added emotional horror. It became one of the movie's most memorable and controversial moments. Yeah, it's always interesting kind of going back on stuff like this, and you can see why the movie was so good. It was written by James Gunn, and it was directed by Zack Snyder. It was before they could screw up their careers by doing DC stuff. Next up.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder had never directed a movie before Dawn of the Dead. Land, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go fact.
Frank gets the point. It was Zack Snyder's directorial debut. Before this, he was known for shooting commercials, and Universal took a risk giving him a major horror remake as his first film. His visual style and action-packed approach stood out, leading to his next big project. Frank, what was it?
300?
300, that is correct. Which then launched his career as a major action director until he went and fucked up the DC universe.
Yeah, don't let the Zach Bros hear you. They believe he's God.
Look, I like a lot of his movies, but that DC stuff was fucking garbage, man.
The DC stuff was trash.
I liked it.
It was.
God, you just have the worst taste in movies, Lamb.
I do. I have the worst taste. Oh my god.
oh my God.
Ew.
Next up, the mall in the remake is the same one from the original 1978 movie. Land, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I'd go fiction.
Yeah. Fiction. The mall in the 2004 remake was not the same as the original Monroeville Mall from Romero's film. The remake was filmed in Canada at the defunct Thornhill Square Mall in Toronto, which was scheduled for demolition. However, the Monroeville Mall from the original is still standing and has become a tourist attraction for horror fans. All right, final one. Here we go.
Stupid mall.
The original movie was a commentary on consumerism, but the remake dropped that message entirely. Frank, fact or fiction?
That sounds like something that would be a fact, so I'm going to go fact.
Land, fact or fiction?
Fact. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
You guys are smart. Yeah, mostly fact. Romero's original was heavy on social satire, with the zombies symbolizing mindless consumerism wandering the mall out of habit from their past lives. The 2004 remake leaned more into the action and survival horror with less overt social commentary, though some fans argue that the mall setting still carried a subtle consumerism theme. Screenwriter James Gunn said that his main goal was tension and horror and not making a social statement like George Romero.
See, kids, that right there is a Penny's. That used to be a store in the mall.
Was that JC?
Is that same thing as JC?
JC?
Yeah,
Penny's?
yeah. Before they added the JC, it was Penny's.
When
Wow.
you Lan, were you on the same bus with me with the bus driver that was named Penny?
Was
Because-
that the same bus that you would flip the trees off?
Flip off those goddamn
Because-
trees? No, I think I was a different one.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I really never paid attention to the bus drivers.
Well, the only reason that one stands out is because we thought we were fucking hilarious because we would call her JC Penny. And we thought we were just, oh, we got her, dude, burn. Okay, JC. Like she would say something and we'd be like, okay, JC Penny. Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
I'm not
little
saying
do you
it's
know
the,
it's-
I'm not saying it's my brightest moment.
I mean,
She would drop you guys. She would drop us off, and then she'd be crying.
stupid.
She was like, I
kids.
prefer Myron Frank.
I actually shop at Kmart.
Nordstrom.
Bloomingdale.
I'm a Nordy's girl. There you go.
Wow, dang. Splash.
Wild things.
You make my heart sing.
Fact or fiction? I'm going to give some statements here, and then the guys are going to have to guess whether or not that statement is a fact or fiction. Wild Things was released on March 20th, 1998. Budget was $20 million, and it made $67.2 million at the box office. First statement. Denise Richards and Nev Campbell refused to do the famous pool scene together and demanded body doubles. Frank, fact or fiction?
I thought it was they demanded more money. I'm gonna go fiction.
Land, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go fiction because I think that they wanted to get that shit. They wanted to jump in the pool, get naked, and do all that stuff.
I don't know if they went that far, but it is fiction. And you both get the point. Denise Richards and Nev Campbell actually filmed the iconic pool scene themselves without body doubles. While both actresses were nervous, they trusted each other, and the director and the scene became one of the most talked about moments in 90s cinema. Richards later admitted the scene made her uncomfortable to watch, but she understood it was a part of the film's edgy tone.
What though?
Edging tone.
Edgy tone.
Edgy.
Oh, edgy. I thought you said agito. I was like, what the frick is agito?
Yes. No, edging.
Yeah, edging, because that's what all the boys were doing when they were watching this.
Trying to see how long we could last. All right, here we go. Next one. Kevin Bacon accidentally revealed a little too much in his shower scene, and it wasn't supposed to happen. Land, fact or fiction?
Fact, because nobody wants to see Kevin Bacon's bacon.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I just remember Kevin Smith talking about saying it looked like a baby holding an apple, and I'm gonna go fact. A baby's arm holding an apple.
That's a fact. Kevin Bacon's full frontal moment. I got to double check this picture, by the way. Make sure it's not going to show his hog on YouTube.
Penis.
Hold on. Just in case. I don't think it does.
Check carefully.
No, we're good. There you go.
Splash.
Yeah, so Kevin Bacon's full frontal moment was not in the original plan. It was an accidental reveal during filming. Bacon was
Sure.
cool with it and gave the director permission to leave it in because he felt it fit the movie's provocative tone. He later joked that his bacon has become a weirdly iconic part of his career.
I mean, if my man had dropped a towel when he was, only kicking a pinky, I don't think he would have wanted it to be seen. I think that would have been
If you got a hog, you're going to show that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, next up, the
Kill
movie.
O'Neal.
The movie originally had a more serious courtroom drama tone, but test audiences wanted it to be sexier. Land, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Now that was the 90s. Let's go fact. They just wanted explosions and sex in the 90s.
Land gets the point. That is fiction. The movie was always intended to be a mix of steamy thriller and over-the-top noir twists. Director
Noir.
John McNaughton called it a redneck noir, a movie that knew it was campy and leaned into it. The sexual content was controversial, but it was part of the movie's plan from the beginning, not something added later due to test screenings. Next up, Nev Campbell only agreed to do the movie if she didn't have to do any nudity. Frank, fact or fiction?
I think you said that before we started, and I'm pretty sure it was fiction. I mean, fact, not
Land.
fiction.
Oh, he
Sorry.
said fiction first.
Land, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Land, only Land gets the point because Frank fucked it up. No, that was a fact. She had a no nudity clause in her contract for Wild Things. She was already famous for Party of Five and Scream. She wanted to protect that image, so she agreed to do the film only if she could stay covered up. The director and producers worked around this, focusing more on Denise Richards and her risque moments. There was basically like, oh, she's willing to take her top off, so let's just
Yeah.
let's go over there.
She protected
Gino
her
gets
whole.
stopped billing.
She protected her whole career so she could then 20 years later do a movie with The Rock about falling out of a building.
Yeah. All right, final one.
Good choice.
Bill Murray improvised most of his scenes as the sleazy lawyer. Lan, fact or fiction?
Bill Murray, so fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I forgot he was in that movie. I'm looking at fact.
I think most people do, but yeah. Both y'all got it. Bill Murray improvised a lot of his scenes, including the iconic neck brace bit and his ridiculous legal advice. He was cast to bring humor and balance to the movie's darker, sexier elements, and the director encouraged him to go off script. Murray's scenes became fan favorites, giving the movie a unique comedic twist that broke up the tension. I gotta look and see here where this is available on streaming. It's like, if you've never seen this movie, it's got just a phenomenal plot twist, man. And by plot twist, I mean boobs.
Kevin Bacon's bacon.
Kevin Bacon's
Showing all the
hog,
plot.
man. Wild Things is... Look at that, Paramount, getting all the movies.
Paramount Plus is great, man.
Is that one that you have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they show Champions League. That's why.
Champions.
All right, you guys ready? It literally just sounds like Frank has somebody stashed under his desk.
Probably.
He has Lil Jon stashed under his desk.
All right, Gary Oldman celebrating a
Ooh.
birthday.
I love this television show.
Slow Horses? Whoa. Frank, get your phone away from your mic.
Is it going wild again?
Yeah, dude, we're going to have an education on what to do and what not to do while we're streaming because good Lord.
Yeah, your pants have to stay on.
No, they don't. I'd rather have your pants off and you not have your phone near your microphone. Gary Oldman celebrating his birthday March 21st. He was born in 1958, so we are doing a movie draft. Frank in the lead, so Frank will get to pick first, and then Lane will get to choose second, and then I will choose third. We're trying to build the ultimate Gary Oldman triple feature is what we're doing, but we do it draft style. So once somebody selects a movie, it's off the board, and then nobody gets to pick it. So Frank, what is going to be your first Gary Oldman movie?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Dracula.
Dracula. I guess that was one of Alan's. Sorry.
We're gonna see how many of Alan's we can choose. By
That's
the
the
way.
game. That's all this part is.
It's literally
how
just
many
trying-
times are we
it's-
gonna
By the
eliminate
way,
all of Alan's choices?
how hot is the scene with all the chicks and like Keanu Reeves is in the middle? And you're
Oh
like,
yeah,
my
and then
God.
that was what's her name from shit. The chick from
Exactly.
who was in the Matrix for like 5 seconds.
Who was in the Matrix for 5 seconds?
And
That's
the second
chick.
one, right? She's in that scene.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes. No, man. Hold up.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah, Debbie down.
Are you looking it up?
Yes.
All right, let me know who the
Monica
hell that was.
Bellucci.
Who?
Monica Bellucci.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Next up, Lan, you get to pick.
I'm going with the Dark Knigget.
Because he was Alfred.
Alfred was James Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was James Gordon. Why was I thinking
hell?
Alfred? Oh, it was Jeremy Irons was a
It
different
was
one.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
was Alfred.
God bless it.
I tell you, sir.
I am
I'm gonna
all
go fight
over
a
the place. All right.
I'm gonna go fight a shark in the fourth Jaws movie.
All right. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. Because I got a feeling you sons of bitches are going to steal one of mine.
Well, I know
My
what you're
name
gonna
is-
pick.
my
What
name
do you
is
think I'm
Michael
gonna pick?
Caine.
No, I'm not gonna say.
What do you think I'm going to pick?
Tiptoes. Tiptoes.
I'm not gonna say. Just pick it, and then I'll tell you if I was right.
Tiptoes.
Remember, dude, in the trailer, like, in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman.
Did you ever see when they had Matthew McConaughey watch it? He had never seen the trailer
Yeah.
before, and he watched it. Oh, it's the funniest thing ever.
All right. My first one, I'm gonna rock with True Romance.
No, I was wrong.
Yeah, you were.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be your second
Wrongity.
pick. I know
And for
it
my
was.
second one, where the hell did it go? I know I have that friggin' poster. What if I
Maybe,
didn't download
maybe
it?
not.
Hold on.
Alan does like to pick a lot of movies you don't have.
That's true. He does like to go rogue. I don't think I downloaded this one.
Rogue.
Rouge.
Rogue.
It's Rouge.
Rogue.
All right, hold on 1 second here. I wonder how I skipped over this. I'm downloading it right now. So 1 second for my next choice. Okay, so what do you think it is, Lan?
I think you're gonna go. Yep.
You liar. That's not what it was.
I knew that was gonna be.
No.
It was one
All
of
of it.
two. It was one of two,
Okay.
and that was
1 or 2.
that was number one.
Okay. All right, Lane, back to you then, my
I'm
man.
actually surprised the second one didn't get picked.
Oh, don't worry. I'll probably get there.
Wait, whose turn? Me?
You.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna go Batman Begins.
Oh, look at you going the full trilogy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Will it though? Because one of you guys are gonna fuck it up for me.
Frank,
Now we
what's
want
your
to.
choice?
So he did Batman Begins and the second Batman, right?
Yeah. So you got the Dark Knight Rises still on the table.
So yeah, I'd have to go with that one to really screw it up for him.
Yeah.
Well, first to leave him on the edge there, to keep him edging.
Edging.
I'm gonna go with Lawless.
Don't think I have that one. Let me get that for you.
Ooh, with Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy as the redneck rum runners.
One
And,
runners?
And Oldman plays the mafioso guy that wants them to join him, and they're like, "No, fuck you, we're selling our own alcohol."
How'd that go?
Nah, fuck you, we're selling our own alcohol.
All right.
Just
Remember
like
to
that.
like and subscribe for those impersonations. All right, next up.
Look at that cast you got there.
Yeah, it's all
It's a
right.
good cast. It's a good movie.
Mia Wasikowska.
Wachowski. Wachowski? Then my next one is actually going to be the Book of Eli.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I
I
downloaded
liked
that one either.
his character. I liked his character in the Book of Eli.
Never watched it.
When I didn't realize that spoilers.
He's
for anybody, I
blind the
didn't
whole
realize-
time.
Yeah, I didn't realize Denzel was blind. Even after I watched the movie, I didn't think he was blind.
Fucking
And
really?
then somebody had to bring it up and be like, yeah, he can't believe he's blind. And I was like, what? What do you mean he's blind? They're like, yeah, he's blind. That's why he had the Bible with
Braille,
the Braille.
yeah.
I was like, I just thought he could read Braille.
Good
Did not
movie.
connect.
It's what we're checking out. All right. He did not take your third Batman film there, Lan.
Well, let's give it to him.
What are you going with?
Go with something else.
He's going with one of the Harry Potters.
No, I'll go with Dark Knight Rises. I'll say. I mean, I've watched most of the Harry Potters, but
You
haven't
could have
really-
done
Are you going
Quest
Dark
for
Knight Rises?
Camelot.
Yeah, I'm going Dark Knight. I'm doing the whole thing, man.
Oh, okay. All right. All
We're
right.
doing the whole thing.
You should have gone the Quest for Camelot.
Never watched it.
It's a cartoon.
So
movie
what's
that
the
came
other
out
movie
in
that you
98.
thought I was going to choose, Lan?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. That was a maybe. A big maybe on that one. But
I knew True Romance was going to be your number one.
yeah, True Romance is an amazing movie. How am I not seeing Harry Potter? And I guess I don't have that one. But I did the Order of the Phoenix right here. Oh, right there. So, by God.
It's right there.
It's right fucking there. Other really great movies: Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's where I'm torn. I'm between two movies right now. Neither of which are Air Force One.
Is it one of them the Ape movie?
Is one of them Oppenheimer?
It is not Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and it is not Oppenheimer. One of them is Sid and Nancy,
She didn't know. She
and the other one is Leon the
the
Professional.
professional.
God, I think as much as I like Sid and Nancy, I got to go The Professional.
because Natalie Portman's in it again.
Yeah, it's not weird that she's like 12.
Though you are weird.
She was also in Heat.
I am a weird dude. All right, so here are our triple features. Frank's got Dracula, Lawless, and the Book of Eli. Lan has the entire Dark Knight series. And then I have True Romance, The Fifth Element, and Leon the Professional. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for the live stream today.
Can we also just mention that he's been in like a shit ton of video games too?
Yeah, that's right.
Not really a shit ton, but he's been in a lot of video games.
Yeah, he is pretty damn fantastic.
A lot of them.
This is one we've been looking forward to. So, essentially, kind of what we're doing now, you notice that the format's a little different. We're doing fact versus fiction on this stuff. Also, all the video shorts that I'm going to be doing from here on out. Normally, it's did you know? And then I give you like a statement and blah, 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 blah. I'm working those so that it's fact or fiction, and then I give you a statement, and then I say whether it's a fact or fiction, and then I give you the real truth behind it. So make sure you guys are going and liking that stuff. YouTube numbers are way fucking down right now for some reason. The algorithm is not pushing my shit. So if you can go to YouTube, go to my channel, and make sure that you guys are going to the shorts section. Watch the shorts, like the shorts, share the shorts, love the shorts over on YouTube.
Eat my shorts.
Yes. Because, I mean, like, I don't know what it is, but the numbers have just plummeted. So if you guys are already subscribed, thank you. Appreciate that. Make sure that you guys are going and checking those out. Also, we pull all of these segments out separately, and then they get uploaded as their own sort of 5 to 10 minute clips. Make sure you go put that stuff on. You don't even have to actively watch it. Just put it on in the background, and when it shows up, click like, and then we'll go to the next video, click like, and so on and so forth while you're doing some other stuff. That works as well. It helps push the channel. It's a way that you can help the channel and support the channel for free. Now, if you have the monetary means, you can become a member of the channel. Right now, there's two different member types. There's the Memberlorian. That's $4.99 a month. If you do that, you're going to get yourself the sticker pack. And then you're also going to get a t-shirt with one of these designs on it. I do have a lot of the t-shirts, but sizes are not guaranteed. And then there's a cheaper 99 cents a month movie club membership. Now, the whole goal of this is, first of all, if you become the movie club member, I will ship you a sticker pack for free. You guys get that. But then the whole goal here is to start a movie club where every week I recommend a movie. You can watch it that week or you don't have to. I really don't give a shit. It's really just to kind of put movies out there that I either like or I think that there's a lot of people don't know about that are really good. And then I'm going to go purchase memorabilia for these movies. And then whoever is a member, I'm going to draw a name randomly every week and ship that stuff off to you. So you guys are essentially winning some stuff just by being a member of the channel.
Winning.
I need to have at least 20 people as members of the channel. Right now there's like 4. Frank being one of them. And not Alan. I'm just
You told us not to. You told us not to.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. Give me your give me your fucking money.
I ate a gummy.
But yeah, so if you guys could do that, it's definitely going to help out the channel. Promote this stuff on social media, Facebook, Blue Sky, X, and Twitter can go fuck itself because Elon Musk is a dickbag. Even Facebook, Zuckerberg can go fuck himself. But we
even
still use
Instagram.
that. So use that one too, or on the ground, whatever. The more promotion, the better from you guys. It helps the channel, and then the more that we can kind of get this content flowing. So on that note, have a fantastic rest of your week. We're only going to have 2 more total live streams here coming up before we take a break, because next week we're going to be doing another live stream, and then March 5th, we're off. And then possibly even after that as well, because there's vacations coming up. I might be moving coming up. So we might be off for a couple of weeks there. But the content will still be coming out. I'm fucking loading up on that shit. I literally have like 41 scripts that I need to read so that I can start producing all of that shit to gear up for when we're going to be off. But on that note, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. Have a fun, safe weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Say peace out, everybody.
Peace out,
OnlyFans
everybody.
is coming soon.
There you go.